Across the vast stretches of our planet, where man dares not tread, nature rules supreme. This is the realm of the wild. In the golden heart of Africa, power and survival dance in an endless rhythm. The elephant, colossal, wise, and ancient, leads its herd through dusty trails carved by centuries of memory. But where the giants walk, the predators stalk. The lion, regal and relentless. Each hunt, a test of skill and hunger. Step beneath the emerald canopy, and you enter another world. The rainforest breathes, pulses, sings. 1,000 creatures call it home, and 1,000 more remain unseen. Among the shadows, a jaguar glides silently. Every footstep is poetry in motion. In this tangled paradise, the hunter becomes the ghost. Far to the north, where the world is white and time stands still, life is a battle against the cold. The polar bear, ruler of this frozen kingdom, survives not by strength alone, but patience. Each hunt is a gamble, every breath a fight against extinction. In the silence of the Arctic, resilience is the loudest cry. Barren, blistering, beautiful, the desert punishes the weak and rewards the clever. Here, life bends but never breaks. From the silent snake to the nocturnal fox, survival means adaptation and mastery of the unseen. Beneath the waves, beyond the reach of light, lies the final frontier. The deep ocean, cold, crushing, eternal. Here, monsters of myth are real. Creatures that defy science. A world where pressure can shatter steel, but still, life finds a way. In every corner of the earth, wild hearts beat. Each animal, a survivor. Each world, a story. We are witnesses to their majesty and guardians of their future. The wild is not separate from us. It is a part of us. This is our planet. This is the wild realm. A new day begins, but out here, every day is a fight for survival. The matriarch leads her herd, her memory an ancient map. They follow her through drought, through storm, through generations. Their bond is unshakable, their journey sacred. Nearby, the striped elegance of zebras masks constant vigilance. Their ears twitch, their eyes scan. They know what lurks among the tall grasses. A lioness crouches low, muscles coiled, waiting. For her pride, the success of the hunt means life. Failure means hunger. The wind shifts. The chase begins. Speed, precision, desperation. Dust rises. Hearts pound. In the wild, the line between predator and prey is written in motion and blood. The kill is quick. The feast is brutal. Yet nothing is wasted. Vultures wait in patient spirals, nature's recyclers, ever ready to claim what remains. In the savannah, power is not measured in size, but in endurance. Storms rise, but life continues, raw, wild, unbroken. The fastest predator on land. Every muscle, every tendon, every breath exists for one purpose, the chase. A sleek, muscular frame holds explosive strength. Powerful legs propel it forward with unbelievable speed. In just 3 seconds, it reaches highway speed. With intense focus, it locks eyes on the prey. The wind cuts through the grass as it crouches, ready. The sprint begins. Each stride covers 7 meters. Its paws barely touch the earth. It flies, but the sprint costs everything. After 20 seconds, exhaustion sets in. If the hunt fails, hunger follows. But when it succeeds, the savannah falls silent. Today, it survives. The tallest land animal on Earth. A towering figure that watches over the plains. With a heart strong enough to pump blood 2 meters to the brain, the giraffe towers over the land. Its neck, though long, contains only 7 bones, the same number as a human. Height is its vision. From above, it can see predators approach long before they strike. It scans for movement in the grass, for danger that might threaten the herd. It feeds where others cannot reach, pulling leaves from the treetops with a tongue half a meter long. Though gentle, the giraffe is not defenseless. Its powerful legs can strike with crushing force. It walks with purpose and watches with wisdom. A guardian of the savannah. In the jungle, it moves like a shadow. Silent, powerful, and patient. The tiger's eyes cut through the darkness, its body built for stealth. Every step is deliberate. Every motion, calculated. It does not rely on speed but on perfect timing. Watching, waiting, and when the moment is right, it strikes. Its bite can crush skulls. Its claws tear through flesh. Every kill is efficient and precise. It is not seen but always felt. In the jungle, silence belongs to the tiger. High in the treetops, the monkey is never still. Agile, clever, and always alert. With sharp intelligence and dexterous hands, it solves problems and uses tools. It communicates through calls, body language, and expressions, warning its troop of predators, defending its young, and sharing food. It is not brute strength that ensures survival. It is the mind, the ability to think, adapt, and outsmart the dangers around it. The monkey lives in a world of constant motion, where survival depends on quick thinking and adaptability. In the frozen north, the polar bear reigns supreme, a solitary giant, built for the cold. Its thick fur insulates against the bitter winds. Beneath the surface, a layer of fat keeps it warm in the harshest conditions. It walks for miles, sniffing the air for a seal's breath. With patience, it waits for the right moment to strike. A single crack in the ice, a sign of life, and the hunt begins. The kill is vital. It can go for days without food, but when it does succeed, the reward is enough to sustain it. In a land of endless ice and cold, the polar bear endures, one hunt at a time. Small, light, and agile, the Arctic fox moves across the snow without leaving a trace. Its coat shifts with the seasons, blending perfectly with the environment. It is a silent hunter, listening for the faintest sound beneath the snow. A single leap, and it catches its prey. The Arctic fox does not rely on speed or strength but on stealth and precision. Every action is calculated, every move is efficient. In the harshest of winters, it thrives where few others can. The wolf is not alone. Its strength lies in unity. A pack moves together with perfect coordination. Every member plays a role, from the alpha to the pups. They communicate with howls, body language, and scent. As hunters, they work in unison. Their strategy is precise. They drive prey into traps where no one can escape. The wolf is a master of endurance, working with the pack to outlast the most formidable prey. In the wilderness, the pack is everything. Snakes beneath the leaves, within the roots, under the sand, lives one of Earth's most misunderstood creatures. No limbs, no voice, no mercy. Yet, for over 100 million years, snakes have ruled in silence, across jungles, deserts, mountains, and oceans. They slither without sound. They strike without warning. And they vanish without a trace. But what appears simple hides extraordinary complexity. Snakes do not build. They do not run. They wait. Their lives are built around patience. They feel the world through vibrations. They taste the air with their tongues. Every flick tells a story. Prey nearby, predator watching, or rival approaching. Some snakes hide in trees, coiled in branches like shadows wrapped in leaves. Others burrow underground, waiting for the soft thump of footsteps above. In the desert, they dance across sand, avoiding heat by moving like waves of shadow. They are cold-blooded, their bodies take warmth from the world around them. So when the sun rises, they bask. When it falls, they disappear. Snakes eat with no haste, but with perfect strategy. Some use venom, a biochemical weapon that shuts down the heart or melts muscle tissue. Others use power, coiling around prey and squeezing with relentless pressure. There is no escape, no struggle, just silence. They swallow their food whole, whether bird, rodent, lizard, or even another snake. Their jaws unhinge, stretching wider than their own bodies. Afterward, they rest, sometimes for days, sometimes for weeks. Snakes do not waste energy. Every move matters. They shed their skin not just to grow, but to renew, to leave behind what's old. Each time, they emerge more vibrant, more deadly, more complete. For most, reproduction happens in secret. In forests and caves, in cracks between rocks. Eggs are laid in silence, and hatchlings are born ready to hunt, alone from their very first breath. No mother, no pack, just instinct. Snakes have no facial expressions. They do not blink. They do not smile. That is why we fear them. But in truth, they are not monsters. They are nature's engineers. Its assassins. Its silent survivors. Every ecosystem they enter, they balance. They control populations. They remove the weak. They feed the strong. And yet, they are hunted, feared, killed on sight. Why? Because we do not understand them. But in the wild, they ask for nothing, except to be left alone. So next time the grass rustles, or the stones shift, pause. You may be in the presence of something ancient, something perfect, something that has mastered the art of survival without ever being seen. The snake, Earth's most elegant predator. In the untouched corners of the earth, life moves freely. No cages, no fences, no masters, just instinct, survival, and the raw rhythm of nature. Every heartbeat in the wild is a decision. To move or stay, to hunt or hide, to fight or flee. There is no second chance, only the moment. One blink too slow, one step too loud, and it's over. The wild is not gentle. It does not forgive weakness. It does not explain. It simply is. Creatures rise with the sun, driven by hunger. Some hunt, others run. Some rule, others endure. They feel the air shift. They hear danger in the wind. They read the ground with their feet. They sense death before it arrives. Every day is earned. Every night is survived. In the stillness of the forest, in the echo of the canyons, in the frozen silence of the ice, wild lives unfold, far from the eyes of man. They live not by choice, but by design. Built to endure, built to adapt, built to overcome. Some live alone, silent, unseen, deadly. Others move in groups, bonded, alert, united by blood and survival. They communicate not with words, but with posture, scent, sound, and silence. Their world is built on signals we cannot hear, instincts we cannot feel. They do not waste. They do not destroy for pride or greed. They live in balance, ruled not by chaos, but by an ancient order older than humanity itself. The wild has no lies, no masks, only truth. To survive is to be strong, to be silent, to be smart, to be invisible when needed, and fearless when it matters. And though they never speak, the wild teaches everything. About strength, about struggle, about freedom. Because in every step taken under open skies, the wild reminds us, this world was never ours alone. Out in the open, where no roads reach, life breathes on its own terms. It begins not in comfort, but in challenge. From the very first breath, survival is a battle. The wild shows no mercy, only tests. There is no shelter but instinct, no protection but courage, no future but the one fought for. Here, every creature is born with a purpose, to move, to feed, to stay alive. Some rise before the sun, others move beneath stars. But all are tuned to nature's rhythm, a rhythm older than memory and deeper than sound. They don't follow clocks. They don't follow rules. They follow survival. Eyes stay open. Ears never rest. Muscles are always ready, because the next moment could change everything. In this world, speed means life. Stillness means death. And hesitation is not an option. There is no luxury, no second chances, only instinct. And instinct never lies. The wild does not comfort the weak. It transforms them, through challenge, through loss, through fire. Each scar is a lesson. Each chase a teacher. Each silence a warning. And yet, in this brutal world, there is beauty. The way the wind moves through grass. The way shadows dance before the hunt. The way a heartbeat calms before a storm. Wildlife is not just life without walls. It is freedom without limits. A freedom we once knew and forgot. For those who live in the wild, every day is a masterpiece of instinct, energy, and resilience. They do not wait for the world to change. They adapt. They evolve. They endure. Because the wild never stops. And neither do they. In their eyes is a fire, not of rage, but of purpose. A reminder that true life does not come easy. It is earned, out there, under open skies, on unforgiving ground, where the wild still lives, and life is still wild. In the wilderness, there is no room for weakness, no shelter from the storm, no mercy for mistakes, no one to call for help. Here, the only law is survival. Every creature is born into motion, crawling, climbing, running, flying. Not for sport, but for life. To hesitate is to vanish. To slow down is to fall behind. The wild does not forgive the slow. It does not pause for the injured. It does not wait for the lost. The only path forward is forward. They learn quickly, not in classrooms, not with lessons, but with hunger, with fear, with the sharp edge of reality. Their teachers are the sounds of pursuit behind them, the cold that bites before dawn, the silence that follows danger. And yet, they continue, driven not by comfort, but by purpose. They move with eyes that never blink, with ears that turn toward the faintest noise, with hearts that never stop racing. Every shadow could be a threat, every clearing a trap, every choice the difference between life and the end. Still, they rise. Every day begins with risk, but it ends with proof. They made it. One more step, one more breath, one more day. Some survive through speed, others through strength, some with intelligence, others with invisibility. But all understand one thing: nothing is given here. Everything must be earned. And so, they fight, not with hate, but with instinct. They chase and are chased. They attack and defend. They lose, and they rise again. Because in the wild, there is no room for fear. Only action. No space for regret. Only forward motion. The wild is harsh, yes, but it is honest. It never lies. And for those who survive it, it makes them legends. They do not speak. They do not build cities. They do not dream of tomorrow. Yet they endure, with a strength the world rarely sees. Out here, in the places untouched by comfort, wild creatures fight battles no one applauds. They wake to danger, sleep in fear, eat only when the world allows it. But they never complain. They never give up. Because their strength is not measured in size or sound, but in silence, in survival, in scars that never heal. They are the quiet rulers of mountains, deserts, jungles, and ice. They don't wear crowns, but every step they take shapes the earth beneath them. Their lives are short, but meaningful, brutal, but honest. Every breath is a victory. Every moment is earned. And though we may never hear their thoughts, we feel them, in the wind, in the soil, in the stillness before the storm. They remind us what it means to live without guarantees, to rely on instinct, to trust nothing but the ground beneath our feet and the senses that guide us. They show us resilience, not through comfort, but through chaos, not through peace, but through the will to rise again, no matter how many times they fall. And while the world changes around them, with noise, with roads, with rising walls, they remain what we are not: wild, free, true. Their strength cannot be tamed. It cannot be bought. It cannot be rebuilt once it's gone. Because once the wild fades, so does a part of the earth that can never return. There are places the modern world has not yet reached. Places where silence still speaks, and movement still matters. Where every trail is unmarked. Every sound is a warning. And life unfolds without witnesses. In these last pockets of wilderness, wild creatures continue their story, unedited, unfiltered, and unafraid. They know no luxury, no certainty, no rescue. But still, they live. They move with purpose. They endure with grace. And through every struggle, they carry something no human can replicate: a perfect connection to the earth. They are the memory of the world before us. A time when survival was sacred, when every life had a place, and every place had life. These creatures are not just animals. They are symbols of resilience, of purity, of balance. They remind us that we are not above nature, we are part of it. And yet, their space is shrinking. Their paths are vanishing. Their voices are being drowned by our noise. But even now, they continue. Not because they must, but because it is all they know. To live wild is to live real. To follow no one's law but nature's. To rise each day not for comfort, but for survival. For the chance to keep moving. They ask for nothing. Only space. Only silence. Only time. And if we lose them, we don't just lose animals. We lose a part of the earth that knows how to survive without us. We lose the reminder of what it means to live, with courage, with instinct, with truth.
you.